Hey, good morning, everybody. So I'm Sheriff T.K. Worth, of course, and thank y'all for coming out this morning. We want to tell you about an incident that started at about 7 a.m. this morning uh, involving an aggravated assault. There's a lot of details involved, so I'm going to let Chief Parker give you guys what we know to this morning. Chief?
Thanks, Sheriff. So good morning. So I'll start by talking about the suspect because it kind of leads up to what happened this morning. So the suspect in this case, he's an 18-year-old male. He's been having an inappropriate text relationship with a 13-year-old female. Last night sometime, the 13-year-old's mother became alerted to what was going on. She got the phone and started conversing with this guy herself. So she set up this morning a meet with the gentleman to come up here at 7 a.m. to the Popeyes to meet him and confront him. She showed up with a 13-year-old daughter and her 11-year-old son. They show up to talk to the suspect, and he confronts them with a pistol in his waistband, lifts it, and says, "When you hear the shots tonight, you'll know what's up." So the mother grabbed the kids. They went inside the Popeyes. The suspect walked around the back of the business at that point. She calls the police, calls in the aggravated, assault, so to speak, with the pistol. Police show up, and they get there. It's a few minutes go by, they get there, and when the officer pulls up in the back, the suspect is still standing at the back of the business. He's had plenty of time to leave. This is approximately 30 minutes after the initial call. So he gets out of the car, starts confronting the suspect, says, "Hey, let me see your hands, turn around, let me see your hands." Suspect isn't really compliant, but he's just kind of slow moving. He slowly turns to his back to the officer, and he takes off running around the back of the business. So the officer takes off in a foot pursuit. As he hits the corner, he sees the suspect, pulls the pistol from his waistband. He yells for him, "Drop, stop, gun, gun, gun." Engages suspect. He shoots multiple times. Suspect continues around the neighboring business and drops the gun. He continues running. The officer tracks him and loses sight of him. So the responding officer set up like a perimeter. Canine responds to assist with the search, and they find the suspect. He had crawled up in like a drainage, like culvert. He was back in there, so they called him out without further incident. They got him into custody, and at that point, they started medical aid on him, requested an ambulance. The ambulance came to transport him to a local hospital. But from what I understand, he is now in stable condition. He was hit multiple times. I'll give you his information at this time. Suspect's name is Kerry Banks. It's spelled Cerry Banks, Banks. Black male, 3/18 of 06. This is our 7th officer involved shooting of the year. The state attorney's on scene conducting their investigation. And the officer involved is Garrion Robinson. That is Garrion Robinson. His ID is 72673. He was hired as a bailiff and he transitioned over to an officer, and he's been an officer with us for about 7 years now. And this was his first OIS. So we could take a few questions for that time.
Did the suspect return fire? Obviously it sounds like he may have pulled out a pistol. Was there an exchange?
It doesn't appear so at this time, but we're still reviewing all the evidence seen, but it doesn't appear so at this time.
After he was hit, did he drop to a drainage area? Specifically, where is that scene located?
So he went through the woods behind the business, and it's a culvert that it looks like it goes to the other side of the interstate. So I don't know the exact location, but it's back in the wooded area. Not far.
Where he was shot on his body? You mentioned he's in stable condition.
So it looks like it was once in his hand. There's something in the torso, and I heard maybe one in the leg.
When the mother was talking to him last night, did the suspect know it was the mother, or did she pretending to be the daughter?
Nah, he wasn't that smart. He thought he was still talking to the girl.
Would you not advise for parents to do something like that, though, for the safety of everyone?
So we have a unit that does those type of investigations you guys are aware of. Obviously, we prefer to leave it to the professionals because you never know what's going to happen. Luckily, he didn't shoot him, so you never know what somebody's going to do when their back's against the wall. So we would, obviously, I don't want to speak for everybody, but it's probably better to leave it to the professionals and let them handle the investigation.
There's a second scene over by a Dollar General. There's some rumors of potentially some sort of police chase. Are these incidents related?
I don't know if that's related or not. I don't know where the other scene is, but I don't know if a Dollar General. So.
And you did say you recovered a gun?
Yep. It's over at the scene where he dropped it.
Did he drop it when he was hit, or did he drop it before he was hit?
It looks like he dropped it as he was hit. So I don't know if it knocked out of his hand, because his hand is definitely one of the shots. So I don't know the answer to that, but it's definitely where he was shot.
Any indication that any of the businesses or houses nearby may have been hit by any of the bullets?
No.
So then how many scenes would be for this incident specifically?
Only the 2 that I know of.
that being the drainage
Correct.
area where he's found in here.
And in between, if they do another article search or whatever, make sure nothing else was dropped. But that's it.
Was this suspect known to police, and did he have a prior record?
I don't have that information at this time. They're still doing what they do.
So Janice, to further your question about, I think someone asked about parents. Well, absolutely, we like for parents to let us handle these situations. But it's protective in nature, and moms and dads are going to do what they feel they need to do to protect their kids. In which we can't really blame them for doing that, but we do ask to allow us to make sure we take care of situations like this. But that's why I can't blame mom either.
St. Johns County put out a release a couple months back talking about, citizen-led sort of sting operations for people who may be engaging in, soliciting minors for sex. I mean, I would imagine a situation like this really kind of emphasizes why there's a concern about, people trying to take this into their own hands and kind of I don't want to say vigilante kind of way.
Well, I mean, yeah, 100%. We absolutely love to handle every situation, but this is a mother who's concerned about her daughter, so I get it, I understand it. But I would say that in most cases, in situations like that, call us and let us come out and deal with the situation. So it doesn't unfold like this.
So the mother showed a gun in the Popeyes as well. Is she going to face any charges?
She didn't show it.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
Yeah, that's bad information.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood that.
Do you know?
Brandished the gun on them.
Do you know how they?
Brandished the gun, okay.
Do you know how he came in contact with the minor? Was it like online? Do they know each other?
So our special assault unit is going to do that part of the investigation to figure out how all that initiated. All I know is over text. I don't know when and how long or any of that stuff.
When they first met, you mentioned she went into the Popeyes afterward, but did they meet outside the Popeyes and then she went in and he went around?
That's my understanding. They were out front. Yeah.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you,
All right,
Sheriff.
thank you.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you.